The air hung heavy, thick with the stench of chemicals and fear. Steel tables gleamed under harsh fluorescent lights. Vials filled with bubbling liquids lined the shelves, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The lab was a fortress, sealed shut with a heavy metal door, its only window a thick pane of bulletproof glass. No one could enter, and no one could escape. The silence was broken only by the hum of machinery, a constant reminder of the life-altering experiment that had taken place within those walls. It was a silence that spoke volumes, hinting at the dark secret hidden within the lab's sterile confines. The air itself seemed to vibrate with a strange energy, a residue of the ambition and desperation that had fueled the work done here. The lab was more than just a workplace. It had been a sanctuary, a place hidden from the prying eyes of the world where two brilliant minds had toiled relentlessly. Now, it was a tomb, a chilling testament to the insatiable and often destructive nature of human desire. The metallic scent of blood mingled with the other odors, a grim reminder of the price of their ambition. Professor Caldwell, his wrinkled face etched with years of research and late nights, stared at his reflection in a stainless steel beaker. His eyes, though clouded with age, still burned with an intense, almost manic energy. He yearned to feel young again, to erase the lines time had carved into his face, to recapture the vitality that had slowly ebbed away over the years. Dr. Eleanor Vance, his equally ambitious partner, stood beside him, her gaze fixed on the syringe filled with a luminous green liquid. They had spent countless hours, sacrificed everything in pursuit of this elusive elixir. Their quest had consumed them, driving them to the brink of obsession. The allure of eternal youth had blinded them to the potential consequences of their actions. They had dedicated their lives to cheating death, to unlocking the secrets of eternal youth. Their ambition was all-consuming, a relentless pursuit that had cost them dearly. Their relationships, their health, their humanity. Years of research, countless failed experiments, and a shared dream had culminated in this single moment. The air crackled with anticipation as Dr. Vance carefully injected the glowing green liquid into the lab rat. The creature, old and frail moments before, began to convulse. Its aged fur grew sleek and vibrant. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous, a testament to their genius. Excitement crackled between them, a tangible current. They had done it. They had defied nature, conquered the aging process. The elixir of life, once a myth, was now a reality, swirling in a beaker. Caldwell and Vance exchanged a look, a potent mix of triumph and terror. They had achieved the impossible, but at what cost? The magnitude of their discovery left them breathless, a chilling premonition settling in their guts. The lab, usually filled with the clatter of beakers and the hum of machinery, was eerily silent as they watched the rejuvenated rat scampering around its cage. The silence amplified the enormity of their achievement, turning their triumph into something sinister. The lines between right and wrong, always blurred in the pursuit of science, had vanished completely. Section 4. The Ultimate Betrayal. Greed flickered in Caldwell's eyes, a dark desire eclipsing the triumph. He lunged, his hand shooting out to grab the syringe from Vance. It was a scramble for immortality, a betrayal of their years of partnership. The thirst for eternal youth, once a shared ambition, had become a venomous rivalry. Vance struggled, her eyes wide with shock and betrayal. "We were meant to share it," she gasped, her voice hoarse with panic. The lab, their shared sanctuary, had become a battleground. The years melted away as Caldwell fought with a primal urgency, fueled by fear and a desperate yearning for more life. He shoved her, the years of resentment fueling his rage. Vance stumbled, her head striking the edge of the steel table. A sickening thud echoed through the lab, followed by an unnerving silence. Vance lay still, her eyes staring vacantly at the ceiling. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by Caldwell's ragged gasps for air. He stared at Vance's lifeless body, his heart pounding against his ribs. Remorse, sharp and cold, washed over him. He had killed his colleague, his friend, in a fit of madness. The syringe lay on the floor, the glowing green liquid a morbid symbol of his betrayal. It was a hollow victory, his ambition leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Section 5. From Man to Infant. Caldwell trembled, his hand hovering over the syringe. He hesitated for a moment, the weight of his actions threatening to crush him. Fear yielded to desperation. He had gone too far to turn back. With a swift jab, he injected himself with the elixir. A searing pain shot through his body, followed by a wave of nausea. He stumbled back, clutching at his chest as if trying to hold himself together. His vision blurred. His skin tightened, becoming smooth and youthful. His bones cracked, reshaping themselves. He watched in horror as his hands shrunk, his fingers becoming chubby and useless. He was de-aging, but not as he had envisioned. The elixir, designed to reverse the aging process, had gone haywire. His cries echoed through the lab, a terrifying symphony of desperation and agony. He was trapped in a nightmare, his body betraying him, regressing at an alarming rate. The world around him seemed to grow larger, the steel tables towering over him like metal giants. He was no longer an esteemed scientist, but a helpless infant, his brilliant mind trapped inside a rapidly devolving body. Section 6. Trapped in Time. He lay there, a helpless infant, his cries echoing unanswered in the sealed lab. The syringe, containing the only antidote, lay just out of reach. His old, wrinkled face, which he had loathed moments ago, was now a distant memory. The lab, once his sanctuary, was now his prison, a cold and sterile cell where he would spend the rest of his unnatural life. The hum of the machinery mocked him, a constant reminder of his folly. The metal door, once a symbol of their secrecy, was now an impenetrable barrier, separating him from the world outside. He was a prisoner of his own ambition, a victim of his relentless pursuit of eternal youth. He was doomed to exist in this infantile state, his brilliant mind forever caged within a body that could not sustain it. The lab was silent again, the air thick with the stench of decay and regret. The dark secret of eternal youth would remain locked within those walls, a chilling reminder that some lines are not meant to be crossed. The silence was broken only by the infant's soft whimpers, a lament that would never be heard, a chilling testament to the price of unchecked ambition.